is Sunday, August 9th, and hoping I'll beat most of the road noise, but there's already been a good bit. It has been alternating blazingly hot and pouring down rain, so everything is extra wild and woolly right now. I haven't been out here to pick anything in a few days. I did cut a good number of things back not that long ago. See, I've got the powdery mildew and the zinnias. And some morning glory creeping into the sage there. A little lavender coming back. Just trying to rebloom there. Alyssum is still going. She looks a little peaky. Got some murasaki peppers blended in here. Salvia's got a real tall. Fennel going for the first time ever. Yarrow looks like she's about to rebloom. Cardinal basil is about to start blooming. That's exciting. I wish I'd space these out a little bit because this spot looks kind of naked now. We'll just look at what's in my rags here. Blue basil, blue space basil here. That seeded itself. So somebody pulled a pecan off for me. Phlox and the yarrow are doing well. Moss, Irish, and Scotch haven't really taken. Juga here doing well. I think I did put some Triscantia out here. I don't know if that'll have long enough to really get going. Salvia there. Catnip. Calendula really needs to be deadheaded. She's hanging on though. This ice plant has caught on and is thriving despite the little avalanche. I guess I do have a little bit of moss still hanging on. And then murasaki peppers. Little ancessit back there. Some dahlias trying to get going. Don't know what that is. The mystery plant has yet to bloom. Looks like it's looking a little bit sad. Oh, fennel. Looks like it has become victim of a caterpillar. I did see it on there. I didn't take it off. I couldn't tell what kind of butterfly or moth it was, and it was a big fabulous, so I decided to let it be. Looks like maybe a groundhog sampled the Triscantia over here. Sedum's blooming. Repair cactus, doing fine. I threw down a bajillion seeds in here. Some roselle has popped up. Looks like mostly clover. Hoping we'll get something out of the, and a tiny mimosa. How about that? Yeah, I might get something besides clover popping up in there, random bits of grass. Dead mimosa, who knows when that'll come out. See our raspberry, daiquiri, agastache, French lilacs there. Come back over here. Weigella number 1. Peanut, thoughtfully planted by a squirrel friend. These hostas, this one seems to be doing fine. This one is clinging to life, so let's hope she catches. Beautiful coleus that you can't see because everything else is too tall. Columbine is all keeping going. Dahlia over here flopped over. This one is pink. I believe that one is yellow. This one, I'm not sure. I don't think she's bloomed yet, but she's about to. Another dahlia back there. One day we'll just have like a dahlia forest. Some zinnias in the mix there. And my pecan tree has pecans. Hooray, very exciting. American plums, no blossoms, no fruit. For the 7th year, starting to question my choices, any of them. Come back over here. We still haven't gotten any mulch, so the rocks aren't quite settled in that we put down. Combine. Got some hazelnut babies happening here. I did get a handful, when I say a handful, of hazelnuts off of my 2 hazelnut bushes here. So there are still some on the plant. The squirrels ate most of them. Cannas, amaranth, amaryllis. I did put a colocasia out here. Looks like she's got a leaf. Looks like there's some nigella happening there too, as well as some roselle babies. Cannas were blooming. And there's anything to see much over there, over that way, that we couldn't see from the other way. This has turned into a forest of weeds. I'm hoping maybe today is my day to come out here and deal with it. Looks like hibiscus might be fixing to rebloom. Rue there. I was hoping it would be a zinnia forest, but whatever these guys are, beat all of them to it. I don't know if that rock slid or if that was a bear's doing. Might be a little bit of both. Knocked over my canna there. But Chase looks like she's doing well. Another canna. Do have a couple of things mixed in with all of the other stuff here. Looks like we got a lot of mimosa babies happening. Little butterfly bushes in there, I think, next to the yarrow. She did bloom though, so she was doing well. And you can see how much rain we've had. It's washed everything aside. Also means there's tons of grass here. Oh my gosh, it just makes me so sad. Here, we'll go this way. It's going to be so much work to get rid of it again. All because we didn't go get mulch earlier in the season. Raspberry patch is going pretty hard now, finally. I never talk about these guys. The stooges, we planted these 6 years ago. I think it was early 2020. May have been 2019. It was close to that. It's where the Battle of the Groundhog has been waged. I think I've finally gotten to the bottom of it. But yeah, these guys were about a foot tall when we planted them. They grow 5 feet a year. They're almost a full screen for us, which is awesome. This little mess, there's a forsythia in there in between. You can see that one very long branch with the canna there, a mullein, and Salavasky pomegranate, another mullein that's done. Again, more grass, don't look at it too hard. Canna, Acethanthera. Looks like my poor little 9-bark is getting eaten alive there. I chose those because they're supposed to be xeric, meaning they really don't need water, because this particular area is kind of sandy. Most of the yard is, some mix of clay. See, they're pretty. And if by now these guys were 4 to 5 feet tall, I feel like this would be fairly striking, but they are not 4 to 5 feet tall. It's okay though, they're doing their best. But yeah, them being xeric, I think, is a lie. Ice plant, all the peonies, etc. are done. Gardenia, oh my beautiful little sea serpent, just hanging out here underneath the pomegranate, who also has no fruit on her. It's okay though. Again, doing her best. I did have some little Goth Grrl flowers in here. Looks like we're kind of done. There's bachelor's buttons, Sweet William, got a Dracula Dahlia, Cilicia that looks like the groundhog enjoyed, some Scaviosa. Love those guys. Need more of those. Hopefully we'll have some. See, we did have all kinds of little things in here. Cilicia had a poppy. Oh, there's the salvia. Yeah, I ended up just planting them in a clump, which I wish I had had time to separate them at the time. I think they would have done better. It's okay though. The lilies have grown a lot of foliage. They're happy. The dahlias, these little Dracula dahlias, have not been able to flower all season because of the groundhog, who enjoys them. Groundhog enjoys so much. Although we did just find a deceased groundhog. Oh, coffee cup. Take that with me. And gave her a proper burial in the backyard with some fitting words. Macrocephalus viburnum is going to need a haircut. So yeah, I mean, I know there's multiple groundhogs around here. We've got a whole little family. Fig, red maple, clinging to life, just barely. Edgeworthia seems to be doing well. That makes me happy. Gladiolus have never bloomed. I did just put some Tradescantia in there with the heuchera and hostas. And then our shade garden, the Goth Grrl shade garden, blue hostas, black lace elderberry, which is, she alternates between flourishing and not. So I haven't uncovered the secret there. Heucheras, ajuga, little mousier hostas, black mondo grass. Mondo grass is doing okay. It's overshadowed by the hostas, so I think it doesn't get quite enough sunlight to do its best, but it's still going. Blooming hosta. Elderberry that I grew from cutting that keeps growing like crazy. She's doing very well. The ajuga is starting to spread a little bit like that. Some columbine. The mosquitoes out here are terrible, FYI. I did put on some bug spray. I don't know that it's helping because they're just so bad. And I've tried to stay on top of my rain barrels, emptying them, and I'd been told that if you put a little bit of oil in them, that it keeps the mosquitoes from being able to, leave the water. And I don't know, it didn't really work out so well. So I finally went and got some BT rings and put them in all of them yesterday, but I might be a day late and $1 short. Painted fern, hellebore. I threw down some Tradescantia cuttings off of my indoor plant. We'll see how that goes. And all the rain barrels are unhooked because they're overflowing in there. And then last but not least, we've had storms, so there's a brush pile, a oak leaf hydrangea. Good job.